Hi, hello, I'm Carl Weckerle, Director of Michigan Colleges Online.
And I'm Tina Ulrich, a librarian and OER consultant working with MCO and other colleges to support their faculty in OER adoption.
So what we hope to do today is give you an idea of what we've done to organize and conduct faculty conversations around OER. Within Michigan Colleges Online, or what we call the MCO, the OER initiative has been in place for several years now, and our goals have been to improve student success, lower the cost for students, and increase institutional faculty collaboration. And we've had great success working with the 28 community colleges towards these goals, including saving students money with nearly $9 million in savings just this past academic year alone. And to get to this point, we've had to spend a lot of time working with colleges at the institutional level. And one of the barriers we've heard from colleges is faculty awareness of OER and the lack of networking opportunities for faculty around OER. So that's where we hope these conversations would help. And our general approach was to focus on faculty within their disciplines. And the reason for this was because we anticipated that the message would be more powerful coming from faculty who were advocates and found success using OER. And those faculty would be able to share similar concerns and experiences and speak the same language. Where we could speak from a general perspective, faculty would be able to share their experiences that are much closer to the faculty participants. And working within the discipline makes those conversations even closer to what the faculty participants are experiencing. Also, we would hear from faculty that their discipline had unique barriers to implementing OER, and this approach addresses some of these concerns up front. By providing a platform for faculty to faculty conversations within their discipline, we also hope to enable collegial discussions that would have otherwise been difficult to provide. Faculty who participated found benefit in participating in those discussions beyond what would be included in the standard presentation. And many faculty actually stayed after the time allotted to continue the conversation. So next, Tina would like to talk about setup and format.
We found that it was easiest to manage if we held all of the sessions on Fridays over the lunch hour. It was easy to remember, and it seemed most convenient to faculty and attendees. People could eat their lunch during the presentation. Zoom was the perfect venue, making it simple and welcoming for both the presenters and those who were curious and just wanted to listen in. We chose the disciplines by looking for faculty we knew had been teaching with OER. This increased our chances of being able to find presenters. Michigan Colleges Online collects data on courses being taught with OER in all 28 Michigan community colleges. So with a little sleuthing on the bookstore sites and help from librarians and steering committee members, I was able to identify likely presenters. I then emailed faculty, inviting them to share their experience of teaching with OER. I told them that there would be little or no prep, so no slides, no lectures. I would facilitate the conversation, and they would have no responsibilities beyond the session itself. This is key. Faculty have so many conflicting demands on their time, but it's pretty hard to resist an offer to spend a Friday lunch hour talking to your peers about how you teach, especially if you know that it requires no other work on your part. With 8 sessions and 18 presenting faculty, this required careful record keeping. Who have I emailed? Where are the gaps? Who might know of somebody who could do this? Who has confirmed? Who needs another poke? Which dates work for which people? A good working document helped me keep things on track. I sent lots of emails. Once the instructor agreed to participate, I made sure to send reminders the week before and the day before just to keep it on their radar. I also tried to keep things light, reminding them that this is just an informal conversation, not a conference presentation. And I used the rule of 7 thank yous that fundraisers use and took every opportunity to express appreciation for their willingness to share their experiences. Carl created a flyer with links to the registration forms and to use in our promotional emails. We counted on our OER steering committee members to publicize the event at their colleges. I also sent a template for a promotional email for each of the meetings to librarians and other promoters so that they could send these out to their instructors in the various disciplines. We also promoted this on the CCC OER and Spark listservs and on the Michigan Academic Library Association news feed. Now, Carl will talk about how we conducted the sessions.
No, thanks, Tina. So just to talk about conducting the sessions in terms of registration and the format we used and the questions and facilitation. So for the registration, we used Zoom registration. We sent multiple emails to all of our college contacts to share with faculty to register. And we also sent reminders for the people after they registered for the session. And then we shared, as Tina mentioned, we shared links in multiple places, including on the MCO site and our Michigan Community College Association website. As far as the format, we just use Zoom, and we have access to the webinar, but we use the regular Zoom meetings. We found it was more conducive to a conversational tone. And as far as the questions and facilitation, to help with the facilitation, Tina shared some framing questions ahead of time to help the faculty facilitators think about what they can share with others. And she used as guideposts throughout the facilitation these questions. For the most part, the faculty did not require much in the way of facilitation, and the faculty participants really helped with the conversation. The funny part was how much the conversation evolved once the recording and the session was over. And it was like, once the workshop part was over, the faculty were ready to be much more informal. And so Tina did a great job in recognizing this early on and letting everyone know that those who are interested can stick around afterwards and to chat, and that they did. As far as the follow-up, the MCO and speaker contact information, so Tina and myself and also the speakers, we asked permission and shared our contact information afterwards. And that way, a faculty could reach out directly to the other faculty and help develop some of those connections. As far as related resources, in the same email, we also included OER resources related to the discipline of focus. And the intent was to reduce the number of barriers to implementation if that was their goal. And as far as connecting with the college contacts, within the MCO OER initiatives, there's an OER point of contact at each college. Once all the sessions were complete, we sent an email to those contacts letting them know who attended from their college. And that way they could follow up with those faculty to support and encourage continued effort and growth. And the faculty would know who was there to support them. So now I'd like to share some of the results. And so looking at the numbers, we had over 300 people registered from 45 colleges and universities. We recorded each session and included the link in our follow-up email, as well as embedding them on our OER page, which you can see to the right here. Anecdotally speaking, we heard from faculty during the sessions and after the sessions how great it was to hear from other faculty who were using OER. And there were some faculty who wanted to figure out ways to continue the conversation and even talk about other experiences that they can share with their colleagues. So all in all, based on the feedback we received and the number of those participating, we consider these to be very successful and look to continue this model for other topics and to expand it further for encouraging participation with OER.
Thank you so much for listening to our lightning talk. Please contact us if you have questions about conducting your own series of faculty conversations.